Hey there, how you doing? Welcome to another day. So, I was sitting here thinking, you probably need to learn some more vocabulary words, especially if you're not reading very much. You really should start reading a little bit more because you're going to pick up on a lot of vocabulary. Like you'll hear weather forecasters talking about the word ladder. Not a ladder that you climb up, but latter. Like the second part of the day. Maybe it's raining in the morning, the second part of the day, the latter part will be sunny, which is hopeful, especially if you're in school that day. You want to get outside and play when it's really nice, not when it's raining. Unless you're like me as a kid, raining can be fun, especially riding bike through huge puddles. So anyway, if you look on the wall behind me, you see the word vo and then Larry. We're not talking about Larry. There's one word, and my head's in the middle. What's in between? Vocabulary, right. So I have a bunch of vocabulary words here I want you to take a look at, and you should know a lot of these vocabulary words because you'll see that on any type of test, and plus it's just common sense words you should know what they mean. For instance, let's take a look here. Compound sentence. What does it mean? When you're thinking of reading, what is plot? Okay, here are some more. This one's a little bit more difficult. What is an informational essay? What's unique about it? Okay, here's another one. Publication. What is a publication? What does it look like? What are some features of it? Here's a good one. Point of view. First person point of view? Third person point of view? Is there a second? What does it look like? Does it use key words in there that indicate which one it is? How can you tell? If I watch a movie, is it being told by the narrator or one of the characters in the story? For instance, Winnie the Pooh. You might see the old story where the pages are being turned and the narrator is talking, and Winnie the Pooh hops over the page as it's being turned. That's pretty cool how they did that. What kind of conflict is in the story? Is it between two characters? Is it between a character and part of the setting? Like he's in conflict with nature? Who knows? Maybe he's trying to survive. Maybe he's in an Iditarod and he has to survive the brutal cold. Maybe there's not much food left. So it could be man against nature. What is syntax? That's a tough one. I have a whole bunch. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to flip through a bunch of them kind of fast, and you can stop this at any time or replay it. But I need to get moving on my video. So I have a bunch of words, and I'm going to flip through it kind of fast. Okay, you ready? Biography, visual media, acronyms. What is a business letter format? Characters, what are they? Narratives, dialogue, infer, letters. Here's a good one. Figurative language. Sorry, some of these are upside down. Maybe that's good. References. What does it mean to read to enjoy? Maybe it's some type of magazine. Rough outlines. What is a rough outline? Examples. Make sure you know how to give an example. Revise. Usually goes with editing. Transitional words. Then I go on to the next one, finally. Position. What are margins? Conjunctions. Audience. Pronunciation. Word origin. Paraphrase. What is a complex sentence? Stories. That one's kind of easy. What is a thesaurus? Some of my kids don't use those very much anymore. Works cited, maybe if you're a little bit older, you don't want to plagiarize. What are facts, kind of versus opinion? What does it mean to critique? Charts, how are they used? Persuasive essays? Venn diagram.
Please go ahead and check your email. There's an update from Jerome that was sent just a few minutes ago.
Compound subjects. Purpose, responses, diagram, setting, sensory details, nonfiction, fiction, I like to think of the word false for fiction, and then nonfiction, not false. Restatement, informational writings, informal writings. Compare, rubric. Know how to read a rubric. That's important. What are they looking for? What are the key points that they're looking for in a rubric that you're being judged on? Details, note-taking, develop. That's a good word. Develop. What does it mean? What are some graphic organizers? Era. What time are you from? Closing statement, usually at the end. Like to wrap it up in a bow. What are run-ons? What is a thesis statement? What are poems? Maybe some different kinds of poetry as well. What are key ideas? What are reference materials? What do they look like? What is the table of contents? Where is it? Is it near the beginning or the end? Autobiographies? Focus? Like maybe what does the story focus on? Novels? What is a novel? What's a novel idea? Bandwagon, here's a good one. What does it mean to be on the bandwagon? Everyone else is doing it. Primary source. And finally, point of view. What point of view? I gave you a lot of this from my point of view, sitting right here in my desk, looking at my desk, going through flashcards. So how do you think about that? What's your point of view? So those are some good vocabulary words to be familiar with. Maybe you can quiz someone else on it. Again, vocabulary is something that is very important for you to be looking, learning, discussing with other people, and also try to think of the origin. Where does it come from? Is it a Greek or Latin? What about the word guitar? It has a Spanish background to it. So check out words. Where are they from? What's the origin? And usually there's a pretty cool story behind it. So until next time, take care. Have a good day. Bye.